Okay, I got a problem now. Saddle. It's almost straight across. There you go. We're all right. We're still in this.
For some people, hunting season never ends. Staying in the forefront of global conservation leaves business and safety at stake. These three men risk it all for the hunts of a lifetime.
True Magnum TV is proudly presented by Zeiss. Traveling to these places is sure a lot of fun, hunting all this different kind of game and then seeing all the protected species and the beautiful places. But still, I think any hunter that goes on these hunts would tell you that the most fun part and the memories that are made is in meeting the other hunters in camp.
What was your initial reaction when you heard there were crocs in the bathing stream?
Well, I kind of thought, I heard that on like the third day. I kind of thought that might be something you want to mention like as soon as you show up.
Sometimes I forget to tell them to the hunters that we have crocs on the river.
Did you get any bug bites?
Oh, well, that was the big surprise. Although there were fewer bugs than I anticipated, they were nastier. I had something drop on my head last night, and when I went to brush it away, it bit me. I don't even know what it was.
Did you get any bug bites?
Yes, lots.
Well, I have been bitten like 1,000 times.
Yep.
I have like mosquitoes and pinolillos, which are ticks. I mean, all my body's full of it, but if you want to shoot a turkey, you have to deal with it.
I do have a joke, though.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know, the other day, I was talking to my wife. I do a lot of shooting, you know, and I've noticed that over the years I've had some hearing loss. But I was talking to my wife, and I noticed here we are, we're getting on. I think she's having some hearing loss. So I said to her, you know, hon, I think you ought to have your hearing tested. And she really didn't want to hear that. So I didn't know what to do. So when I went in for my checkup, I talked to the doctor, and he said, here's what you can do. You can ask a question from one end of the house, and as you get closer and closer, you can ask that same question until you finally get an answer. I said, all right. So I started from the upstairs bedroom, and I asked, honey, what's for dinner? And there was no answer.
We were trimming trees, and at that point in time, we didn't realize the higher the voltage, that electricity can jump to you on its own.
And then I came down the stairs, and I said, honey, what's for dinner? Still no answer.
And the bottom line was I looked at it, looked like a fried chicken bone. It wouldn't move anything. The whole hand actually wouldn't move, but I said, just take it off.
And then finally got to the dining room. What's for dinner? No answer.
Well, the jokes that I know, I'm in construction, so.
Well, I got to the kitchen where I was from here to there from her. And I said, what's for dinner? And she said, Alex, for the 6th time, we're having chicken for dinner tonight.
And I told this American don't just beware just in case. So he takes his shoes and starts flapping with his feet, like taking the dirt or sand out of his feet, and the croc came and bite his feet. That was not really harm, but he makes a little bit holes, and the hunter was really, really scared.
You got 6 animals this week. How does your wife let you bring all that home?
Well, she doesn't know. She thinks I harvested 1.
What's the stupidest thing you've ever seen a hunter do in camp?
Let me think. Besides these Mexicans?
She doesn't know, so I'm going to break it to her gently. When I get back into with cell phone reception, I'm going to send her the turkey I came to hunt. I'm gonna send her a picture of that, and I'm gonna wait a few hours and send her one more, and I'm gonna wait a few more hours, send her one more. I'm just not gonna spill the whole thing to her all at once. And hopefully just get her into to the, oh, he shot more than one. I won't tell her I shot 6. Oh, I still have an afternoon hunt yet, so it could be 7.
Well, I've met some very interesting people when I came here. You know, I mean, I think most hunters are pretty much individuals, and that's what makes them interesting, because each one has a slightly different perspective on life and a way of doing things that most people don't have. So it was really fun to meet all the different people that I met in this particular camp.
Me and my wife are both from Kodiak, Alaska, and I live in a bunker that was built in the World War II. It was a fuel tank, and we converted it into a home.
I am 91 years old.
What's your secret to living long and healthy?
80% of my food today is wild game.
I born and live in Mexico City. I used to hunt this place maybe 45 years ago, and I love it. So I try to make something for the jungle and make these hunting places. I start bringing Americans with organized hunts, giving job to the people, to the community, and that helps to the jungle and to the people around. And also, they stop hunting because most of the guys I have, they used to be hunters. I don't say poachers because they live here, they own the land. I rent the land for hunting, where they still think that they have rights. So if I hire those guides, they work for me and don't hunt anymore.
True Magnum TV is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. SnapSafe, security everywhere you want it. Prairie King Ranch. And by True Magnum, the world's best hunting.
In Spain, Rob Dunham and outfitter Pedro Alejandre are hoping for their 3rd subspecies of Spanish Ibex in one trip. But neither weather nor time is on their side.
Our biggest challenge today is the ice. It's very hard to walk in. I mean, we all know what it's like to walk on ice. This whole mountain's full of it, super dangerous and exhausting to climb. These guys are literally doing baby steps all the way up this mountain, so it's going to be a real challenge for us. You know, and if we're lucky enough to find the Ibex and get a shot in, the recovery of that is going to be dangerous. I literally don't know how we're going to get down to them with this ice, so we'll just have to see how our day progresses.
In these conditions, the going is too slow to expect success on Grado Ibex with only 1 day left. They realize it will now take a huge stroke of luck to accomplish the mission.
I can see 3. There was 4.
I think I saw the pico of it.
How's everybody's thoughts over there? Let him turn a little more broadside.
At the end of the hunt, James Brion may finally have an opportunity.
Okay. Lights out.
The men make their way to the calls of a male ocellated turkey, hoping to get there by first light.
Finally, we've got a bird in the roost. It's been a couple days since we've even heard one.
It is important to keep in mind that hunting laws and regulations differ around the world to cater to the unique attributes of the location and the species.
This is the craziest way you'll ever hunt a turkey. That stinks. We're getting close to the end. This could be my last chance. This is the best chance we've had. Step on one stick, it's back to Montana, no bird.
A turkey in the jungle cannot be snuck up on once on the ground and is almost never called in. These birds are virtually always shot out of a tree, just like this.
Yes. I want to wait for it to get lighter, but these guys aren't going to have it. They have worked hard in this camp to put us all on turkeys, and they need me to shoot this bird right now. Shoot now. Okay, I'm going to have to take this bird. Look at ears.
Oh, I know.
Almost. Hey, Danielle. Daniel, come in here. Yes. That's an old bird. Look at that old bird. I'm shaky a little bit, hey? Over a turkey. There's a reason why this is called the crown jewel of the World Slam of turkeys. But I believe in the future, many people will choose to go to the cornfields and shoot them like they're used to hunting. You know, call them in a cornfield, shoot them out of a pop-up line. But this is what, for 25 years at my outfitting business, I heard people coming to hunt Merriam's turkeys with me and talking about this experience. And at first I was like, what? You sneak around and find them and locate them and shoot them in the tree? That doesn't sound right, because that's not the way we're taught in America. But then you get here and you see, you understand. Ah, I get it, jungle. Pumas, jaguars, so many predators after these birds. It's very, very difficult. These birds are way smarter than most of our birds, way more concerned. And so, wow. I didn't know if I was going to get my bird. I didn't know if I was going to get one. I was like, I'm going to go home with nothing. That's the Nebraska carry, right? They're laughing. So there you go. In the last 25 years, I've been responsible for 2,500 turkeys hitting the ground, but not a single one came from out of a tree. And now, I just shot one out of a tree. And it's the way you do it.
On the first Creme Nevadas desert sheep hunt in decades, Bo Morgan and Bradford Black are hoping to make history and open up a new conservation hunting area. But the ram they have finally found to hunt continues to hold all the luck, and their time is running out.
You want him? Yeah. Okay. Best shot was 500, and then just not a good shot or not a good setup at all. So I just kind of got on them and followed them. They went up and bedded down on a ridge there. Now we're gonna back out, go all the way back down the arroyo, come around, come up below them on the next ridge, I think, and then see if they'll present a shot there. Probably got about 2.5 hours.
One more major location change at the end of the hunt will determine success or failure.
he first was. No, to the right more, in the saddle. There you go. To the right more, Brad. He's gonna come in that saddle. I just saw his horns. He's through a tree. He's gonna keep coming. See him through the tree? Nothing? Thank you. That's good. Keeping your composure, man. That was good. He was looking for his buddies, but he might have winded us a little. That's why he's going back and forth. Wow, let's go check that bad boy out. He shouldn't have taken a nap and lost his buddies. That was a bad move on his part.
It's down to the wire in Spain, but Kenny and Rob also have a stroke of luck.
So right on him now. Shoot a little hard. Same distance. Same distance. Where you shoot? What? You hit him. You hit him. Time to smile now. Oh man. What a great time. Oh yeah.
That is a beast.
The height.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
Very,
you
very
see?
nice height.
Supporting each other, helping each other.
Oh, what a...
But you, I mean, I think you should.
There we go. We're just wrapping up our Spain hunt. We're all heading back to Canada and the States tomorrow, and we've had a wonderful hunt. We finished off with the Gredos and a beautiful old Billy Ram bull. He's nice, huh?
Smile.
Kenny did a great job. We were thinking of calling it quits.
Wild stuff. Rock! Bone!
Yeah, no, that's really good news. Maybe what I'll do is...
Hey, thank you. Thanks for looking.
Oh, beautiful, right? Oh,
Good. It was good to wait, and he came back, and everything was perfect. I'd say it was a perfect hunt, but I was getting a little nervous.